Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triple N Media. I am Nik Nikam. In this presentation, I'm going to show you some of the tips that you can use to enhance your webcam appearance on your OBS recordings. As you can see, I have already opened up this window that does some of the modifications for the webcam. I'm sorry you can't see the OBS because I'm using that to record it. But anyway, once you have started your OBS function and double click on the webcam. And once you double click on the webcam, this is what you're going to see. It is showing my HD Pro webcam C920. Then I can do the configuration. The configuration brings up this particular window, which is part of the Logitech driver, which controls the camera here. I can zoom the camera if I want. As you can see, I can zoom the camera, or I can zoom it back so you can cut off some of the edges that you don't like, and you can change the pan or tilt, all these things. But most importantly, here we have the brightness. So if you want to increase the brightness, you can just slightly slide this brightness, and as you can see, you can increase the brightness, but you don't want to make it too bright. You just want to make it bright enough so that your skin tone matches the one in the picture. I mean, that's the key thing, because you want to look natural. You don't want to look like those television newscasts where everybody looks like they are white, whatever they're. There are a couple of other things that we can do to manipulate the color of the skin and texture, and that the most important one is the white balance. As you can see here, I am using LED lights 3000 kelvins. A lot of people use LED lights 5000 kelvins. That's too bright, it's too blue, and it looks artificial. So in order to bring out the natural skin tones of our skin color, the best thing is to use LED 3000 kelvins. That's the best one, because the LED 2600 is like the ordinary house light that will turn everything into yellow. You don't want to do that. See, if I adjust this white balance to go a little bit more to the right side, higher number Kelvin, you can see my skin tone changes to yellow, and that's not what I want. So if I come all the way here, it's going to turn into blue. So that's no good. Oh man, I don't like this. So I just put it around like 3200, which sort of gives the natural, my brown Indian tan skin, and you want it to look natural. So I think those are some of the main things that we adjust here in the webcam settings. And I talked to you about the zoom function, and also you can tilt anyway. Whatever the functions that are available in C920 can be done with this control, which pops up when we do that. So let's close this one. The next thing is we can also look at the resolution. Right now I have 920. As you can see, this is you can follow my green arrow here. This is the resolution, which is 920 by 1080. I can go to a different resolution, which I don't like, which is 720p. And as you can see, it looks kind of fuzzy, and it enlarges, but that's not what I want. I want full size here, 1080p, which gives a more natural, like a 70 millimeter movie. I usually record this in 24 frames per second, because that's how most of the movies are recorded, in 24 frames per second, and they look much more natural compared to 30 frames per second. The choice is yours. It has got you can go all the way up to highest frames per second. I don't know what that is. Anyway, 30, 29.97. I leave it at 24. And video format, I would use H.264 or H.264. That's the most common one, since it is going to be saved as MP3. The color space, I have not seen much difference whether I use 709 or 601. which is fine. You can just leave it as it is, and we can close the window. Another thing I want to show you, which I don't think I can show it here. Let me see if I can bring it into the screen here. Another thing I would like to show you is how to get this white border around your window picture. To get the white border, what you need to do is you need to go to your, first of all, you need to download a rectangle image from Google Images, which is nice and clear with no borders, anything like that. Once you get that image from the Google Images, then I would just upload that image, and I have uploaded that image, and it is sitting right on top of my webcam. As you can see, if I turn this one off, not this one. Okay, that's the image which I can really bring it more or less just below my webcam. And as I said, when I turn it on, I can see the borders, and you can resize these borders if you like. You can make it a little bit bigger and just use the arrow keys to position those. And if one side is too much, you can press and hold the Alt key and then just move this one inside to reduce the side borders or the borders from top to bottom. So those are a couple of features. There are a lot more features which I will cover, because if you click on the webcam on the right hand side, right click, then you get transform, where you get a whole lot of editing features. You can rotate the image, you can flip the image, you can do all kinds of fancy stuff. And you can also set color, you can remove, rename, but this is what most you would use. And the other thing is, when you resize the image, the best thing is to use fit to screen using this right click transform option, like fit to screen. You don't want to drag it. If you drag it, either you're going to look real fatty, your face is going to look fat, or it's going to look too skinny, depending upon how far you stretch it. So you don't want to stretch it, you just want to use transform to fit the screen. That will automatically maintain the 16:9 ratio. So those are some of the simple things. There's a lot more stuff, and I'm going to cover them in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video.